Drivers are rediscovering the thrill of driving these cars.
It's a really great form of sport, and one of the things about it, because of the modern technology, they don't bust quite as often as they used to, so we usually see full-length races with dices from end to end, which is really good.
That looks like Gary Rogers in the Mustang on the front row of the grid. It certainly is. And alongside him in car number 7, Barry Jump, as the field roars away and getting a very good start off the second line. In car 54 is John Mann, also in a Mustang. And there's a little Mini there trying to spear down the inside as they go towards Valvoline corner. In fact, there's a couple of Minis trying to squeeze through there on the inside without success. And Rogers has the lead going round the corner from car 54. John Mann, the Mustang's first and second. There's a Cortina sandwiched in there for third, along with a whole swag of Minis. Down the back straight.
Looks like we're in for a repeat of yesterday's performance with these two cars stacking on the dice again.
Yes, and number 7, another Ford Mustang, Barry Jump, slotting into third place now, ahead of that little yellow Mini. The number I haven't been able to sight up to this point, so I can't tell you who it is.
Actually, Jumpy's a long way down the field, Gary. He made a very poor start. That's his brother in the Cortina in third position.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm confused by the numbers.
I don't quite know where Barry is. In fact, he seems to be a long way down the field.
It's car number 1, in fact, in third place, not 7. Ah, yes, there's Jump now in the other Mustangs going through the corner in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8th spot.
Interesting, I was talking with John Mann before in the Gagan lookalike car there, and he was saying that he was only running on 7 cylinders yesterday, so we'll see if his extra cylinder helps him.
So it's still Gary Rogers then, just leading from John Mann, and car number 7 there, Barry Jump, is back in 9th place. Trying to make up ground and trying very hard, as you can see, but he's got these cars to get by. The ones you just saw flash by in front, a Mini and an Anglia.
Yes, well, of course, Jump was right up there with the two cars presently at the head of the field in yesterday's race, wasn't he?
Right, the standing lap, by the way, 58.1 seconds from the standing start, and it's Greg. It's Rogers, rather, who goes over in front of Mann. Car number 1 then, Barry Jump in the Cortina, under charge from a
Bruce Allen in the little Mini right behind him, going through the corner.
Oops, and talking of going through the corners and almost going through the fence, the Jaguar of Kevin Anker just stopped at a discreet distance, enough to be able to turn around
and not bend the
big sigh of relief there, I would imagine.
That would have been an expensive shunt, but he's controlled the car, and off he goes. A car that really distinguished itself in Australian touring car racing in the hands of drivers like David Mackay and Ron Hodgson. Flags are out. Warner.
2.5 laps remaining in this race.
A strange line being taken.
A shortcut, yes.
Well, a rather long one. Bruce Allen, who was featuring up among the leaders, went very wide, came back on the track. It's taken a little while just to get the car wound up. So small the Mini that even the Anglia behind seems to be something like a towering inferno.
Rogers leads from John Pan.
And Anker showing that he can go off the track in more than one place.
Greg Jump is in third place, going down into the corner, and I noticed that Barry Jump in the other Mustang has now moved up into 5th place.
Mann trying a whole variety of lines there to try and get by Rogers. His car now almost out of sight behind the Mustang with the blue stripe, the one with the red and blue. Is back, 2 lengths, I suppose, but coming in deep on the corners and going around in a different fashion, as you can see. A lot of sideways slide there. The cars, of course, because of the rules, required to run on much narrower tyres than is common these days, just as they used to run back in the early 60s. Gary Rogers, though, is following a fairly impeccable line there. And as they come up to greet the last lap board, it's Rogers still out in front, but Mann trying all sorts of lines across the track. Rogers now goes to the inside of the car. Mann goes up on the outside. That might be what he needs. He prefers the outside line. Rogers will have to be much tighter through the bend. Can Mann get the big switch through? Can he go on the inside, or will Rogers hold that tight line? Rogers is holding the line, and Mann in frustration has to be content with seeing the blue and white Mustang just stay in front of him. Behind them, the Jump brothers now running 3rd and 4th in the Cortina and the Mustang. You can see there on the left of screen in the background. Barry Jump desperate to get past in the Mustang. Well, Mann has 2 corners to get by Rogers as well, so a couple of scraps going on here. Mann still in 2nd spot. He has 1 bend left, glow weave. Can he do it? He'll have to go wide and try and come in underneath Rogers, but I think Rogers is too wily a hand to give the corner away. Comes in fairly tight, and it'll be a straight out sprint for the line, and Rogers should hold it just to lead John Mann across the line. He goes wide on the track. Mann goes with him. They're both going for the checker flag. It'll be Rogers first, Mann second, and in third place in the Cortina, but just in front of his...